Hola amigos, bien ok. Entonces, hoy, día número 5 en este proyecto. Solo para decir cortico cuáles los temas que yo voy a estudiar aquí en el libro de Bregstein y más o menos algunos más básicos puntos de gramática con el artículos, algunos verbos, números, días, fechas y reglas para los verbos regulares. Y también yo voy a empezar con mis grupos de, como yo dice, flashcards, con el vocabulario esencial por algunas situaciones específicas. So, en este punto yo tomo las 5 colecciones con estas palabras para el aeropuerto, taxi, hotel, restaurante y bar. Y voy a continuar con estas. Tengo como 7 más para hacer. Y después de esta primera semana, yo espero que estoy casi terminando con esta colección con palabras claves. Y también yo vuelve y repasar todo el nuevo vocabulario que yo encuentro aquí en el libro de Bregstein. Y yo voy a utilizar estas para reforzar el vocabulario que yo encontré con mis conversaciones esenciales, ¿no? So, here we are, day 5 in the challenge. Yeah, not bad, it's going okay. Yeah, the book's, it's quite good. Lots of vocabulary. Happily, not too much of it is new. Lots of it I remember, I recognise, it's not too bad. So far, over these last 5 days, we've covered nouns, articles, adjectives, the verb to be, I, numbers, dates, times, and the regular verbs. That's the thing we just finished today. As well as this, I've been doing my flashcards with the essential vocabulary for particular situations that I've tried to define. That's going okay. I hope to have those done. I've got about another 7 to do, so another probably middle of next week I should have completed all of those. And by the end of this week, the first week, I'm going to start taking back some of the new vocabulary I found in the readings up until then, just to use that to revise alongside when I'm revising the flashcards. So between the 2 parts of the day, so I've got like an hour, usually in the morning I'm trying to do the Bregstein first thing, and then I try and pick up the flashcards at another point during the day when I've got a bit of spare time. If I can't do a whole hour, I'll try and do it in chunks, 15 minutes or 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there kind of thing. And I've found that seems to be a pretty good balance really around what I'm doing, because as you know, routine on some days is a bit different, and you can't always necessarily predict, I've got like a whole hour free up later on in the day. So that's the progress so far. I'm quite happy with how that's going, particularly at the moment, because a lot of this information I've gone so far, I felt I already understood. So it was like, I don't understand that, that's a really new theme for me, this kind of thing. So generally, not too bad. I'm going to give you the final reading from chapter 5 today. This is the final reading comprehension. Notice the reading comprehensions are getting longer as we progress. So this again is just really to demonstrate whereabouts I am on my level of Spanish. But remember, with all of these and throughout the book, it's trying to read out loud as much as possible, as much of the exercises, as much of the questions, vocabulary, and obviously particularly the readings, to get more confident with the voice and how you sound in the new language. Yeah. Well, let's try this one and see how you judge this. So, reading comprehension. Una escuela en México. Es el año 1963. es una época de paz en los Estados Unidos. En la ciudad donde vivimos es de verano. Hay paz también, pero no estoy seguro si hay paz en el resto de México. La ciudad es muy linda, con calles estrechas y casas del estilo español. Hay unas plazas hermosas y muchas iglesias. Vivimos en las montañas y estamos a 3 millas de la ciudad. Laura y yo caminamos 30 minutos y lleguemos a la escuela a las 10 de la mañana. La madre de Laura pasa el día en el campo porque estudia las civilizaciones antiguas. El padre de Laura descansa en la casa hasta las 10. Después, él baja a la ciudad y pasa la mañana en un restaurante bonito donde él toma 1 o 2 cafés más. Lee un periódico y habla con la gente. Ellos hablan bien el español, pero Laura y yo no hablamos mucho. Estudiamos en la escuela secundaria porque necesitamos practicar más. Laura y yo decidimos tomar un curso de Historia de México, una clase de baile, una clase donde los estudiantes aprenden canciones mexicanas y aprenden a tocar la guitarra. Guanajuato está ubicada en las montañas y la clase de baile es difícil porque es trabajoso a respirar en las montañas. Las clases de música son fantásticas porque hablamos y practicamos la pronunciación. En la noche regresamos a la casa y discutimos las experiencias del día. La madre cocina bien y comemos una comida saludable. Laura y yo lavamos los platos y el padre escucha la conversación y descansa. Oh, okay. Apart from the Mexican towns, which is a bit tricky, apologies if you live there. Okay, I'm still feeling okay with the level of reading. Sometimes a few words, a bit like, not sure about that. But I'm getting a lot more practice in now every day because it's not just, there's some chapters there's 2 or 3 readings to do. So that's been very helpful. So I'm doing like quite a lot of reading aloud during that first period of study in the day. And I think that's probably been the most useful part of it up to now. As we progress, there's going to be some newer and perhaps more urgent grammar points to look at. Okay, so that's giving an example of how I'm going on with the study so far. Obviously, in what you're doing, if you're following this with me and you're doing this in English, I guess, maybe obviously the book you're using might be a little bit different in the structure, the way it's set up, but I hope you're able to practice it at least with reading out loud some of the passages in there, because I promise you that's going to be very useful to you. And maybe again, your essential vocabulary, your essential dialogues, perhaps you're practicing, might have a different emphasis to mine, but again, if you try and keep them short, compress them maybe to 3 or 5 key sentences, they'll be easier to pick up during odd moments during the day, and hopefully they'll keep you enthusiastic for the process. Yeah? Okay, so déjame saber, por favor, en los comentarios. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, and I'll see you tomorrow for another update. Hasta mañana. Cheerio for now.